Big win for the club of Manchester United. By the time the referee went ahead, obviously put the whistle to his mouth to end the game at Old Trafford, it was for United, Real Sociedad 1. And that is really the most important bit of it all, that United have gone ahead, obviously, win this game of football, and they've gone ahead to go through to the next round of the UEFA Europa League. Smash the like button, comment, and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on daily. Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun, and let's see to it that all goes on well as planned into the mix, and let's see to it that everything really goes on well. So let's see what your thoughts are about this beautiful encounter of Manchester United versus the side of Real Sociedad. But for me, I have my own outpicks, from this beautiful encounter. But let me first bring you how this game of football really went ahead to go. De Ligt was the culprit in the 10th minute, and United got considered a penalty, and Ozabayal went ahead, obviously scored that penalty, and it was 1-0 in favor of Real Sociedad. Then 16th minute, Rasmus Højlund was brought down, penalty, Bruno Fernandes bags it into the back of the net, and then first half ended 1-1, and it was a 2-2 all in aggregate. Then guess what? 5 minutes into the second half, Dogu, Zexi combined with Dogu, and then United got a penalty, and Bruno Fernandes scored the penalty in the 50th minute. And in the 63rd minute, John Aramburu was really sent off, and then we went ahead to say to it that Garnacho releases Bruno Fernandes, and Bruno Fernandes completed his hat-trick in there. Then in the 90th plus 1 minute, guess who does the magic? It was none other than Rasmus Højlund getting himself an assist in there for you. So that's all about the club of Manchester United. Big game won, and a lot really went ahead, obviously coming through. First huge impact for me, coming from behind to win this game. That is the huge impact that I've gone ahead to obviously understand from this beautiful game of football. Coming from behind and winning this game of football is the most important bit that we can obviously discuss about. 10th minute, a team comes in through, scores against Manchester United, and 6 minutes later we respond immediately. And by the way, if you don't respond immediately in such games, it's like telling this team that please continue to go ahead and obviously build up what you want to build. You understand? But it's not really what United did. They're like, you're not gonna down tools, and you're obviously gonna level up in a nick of time. And then we took the lead, and this is what United should be all about. By the way, our entire progressive play has been really very good, and I really loved how we played into that beautiful encounter as we took on the side of Real Sociedad. But Bruno Fernandes hat-trick, I would like to hail Bruno Fernandes for really continuing to be that standout player into the club of Manchester United. Though I have my reservations about him, but in moments like these, United needed a captain. Though it's penalties, and some people will take them as easy picks, but I tell you what, do you know why Liverpool was knocked out of the Champions League? It's because its two players, Darwin Núñez and Curtis Jones, failed to convert their penalties, meaning that penalties have a chance of really getting in and a chance of obviously getting out. So if Bruno has scored 2 penalties and another goal to complete his hat-trick, then he deserves his flowers. So Bruno Fernandes, thank you for obviously being the skipper, or for being that skipper that has always gone ahead to put in a very beautiful shift in there for you. And he has gone ahead to obviously score a hat-trick today. And I tell you what, this season looks like he's really scoring for fun. And he has gone ahead to hit into form. And he's really putting in shifts. He's putting in goals after goals. And in 9 UEFA Europa League games, Bruno has scored 4 goals and 2 assists. In the Premier League, he has 7 goals and 7 assists. That is 11 goals. Then in EFL Cup, he had 2 goals. So he's really doing good, and he's having 2 assists. And I think let's build it on that to say to it that United really gets itself into a position of confidence as we get into the weekend to play into the Premier League. So that's all about Bruno Fernandes, and he did what he had to do tonight, and he really lifted the team and took it to where it deserves to be. Then let's talk about Rasmus Højlund. Let's first talk about Diego Dallo. Diego Dallo has found himself on target today, and he's not stopping, by the way. And people have always gone ahead to criticize him, but there is a special attribute in how this guy really plays his game, and that shows you that shows you that even Ruben Amorim is really a believer in Diego Dallo, and knows to it that he's one of those pines that the team will obviously need to see to it that all goes on well as planned. So for Dallo, he scored the 4th goal of the day, and guess who gave him an assist? It was Rasmus Højlund. And for Rasmus Højlund, I just believe that his goal is really coming close, because today I saw to it that there was close to 2-3 times, when the wide forwards and central forwards, the wide forwards of Manchester United and the central midfielders were deliberately targeting him. I saw Zexi, I saw Dogu, I saw Bruno Fernandes, So I think that chemistry is building in our front 3, all 4, all 5, to see to it that they obviously create those magical moments for the club or for the striker of Manchester United. And I know in these remaining games, remember, in the Premier League, Man United has gone ahead to play 28 games, meaning that we're left with 10 games. And if we knock out Lyon in the UEFA Europa League, that means we've gone ahead obviously getting more 2 games, meaning that we can play more 15 games this season. And I know he'll obviously get there and will put the ball at the back of the net. So, but there are 2 unsung heroes that people won't even give their thoughts about. It's Zexi and Dogu. Dogu has managed to put in crosses. I've seen him, shots at goal, meaning that all he needs is that confidence. That red card really went ahead, obviously derailed him a little bit, and his performances have not been really the same. But I know that he's serving his last ban, all-match ban, when you're playing against Leicester, and that means he'll return after the international break big and stronger as a player to obviously give us what we deserve in here as a side of Manchester United. So that is it coming in from Dogu. But Garnacho has also been good. He has gone ahead obviously get himself an assist for the 3rd goal, and that was really important. So United is through to the next round, and let's see how United went ahead obviously look like in as far as stats of that game we are really concerned. So 25 shots by Man United, then Real Sociedad had 8, 10 shots on target by Man United, 3 shots on target by Real Sociedad, 61% ball possession by Man United, 39% ball possession by Real Sociedad, 478 passes completed by Man United. Then Real Sociedad completed 324, then 84% passing accuracy by Man United, 75% passing accuracy by Real Sociedad, 6 fouls by Man United, 13 fouls by Real Sociedad, 2 yellow cards to Manchester United and 7 yellow cards to Real Sociedad, then 0 red cards to Man United and 1 red card to the side of Real Sociedad, and 1 offside to Man United, 2 offsides to Real Sociedad, 6 corners to the club of Man United and 4 corners to the club of Real Sociedad. So that's how everything went ahead, obviously pan out into the mix as the club of Manchester United knocked out Real Sociedad at Old Trafford, and we are yet into another round of the quarterfinals. And these quarterfinals are really going to be played on the 10th of April. From the international break straight into this 10th and 17th April, that's when we'll know whether United is obviously going to be going through or not. But the beauty is that we are first playing away in Lyon, and we are obviously going to find ourselves in a position of really hosting them at Old Trafford on the 17th of April, right? And Lyon has knocked out FCSB, by 4-0, and they really have some good players, Maitland Niles is there, Niakite plays there, Cheki is there, Tolisso is there, so they really have some good players, and they can obviously force a result. And those French teams really have a lot of energy. I see Nemanja Matic also plays there, so Nicolas Tagliafico, he's another one who plays there also. So they're really having some good squad. Alexandre Lacazette also plays in Lyon. So it's really going to be a hugely heated up battle for the club of Manchester United. But I know we have all the quality to obviously make this mission possible of going to the Champions League. I've always told you that if we ever want to get in players and really make our chances of really getting past the financial fair play, we need to qualify for the Champions League. Why? When we qualify for the Champions League, obviously Adidas will get us the £90 million. A Snapdragon will get us the £60 million that season, and that means that money comes in through with no deductions. Yet if at all we don't qualify, we'll find ourselves in a position of really not getting to where we deserve to be as a club of Manchester United as far as financial income is really concerned. Then we'll get in money. We'll be knowing that at least we've secured a very big bag of close to £100 million, when we are getting into the Champions League, Then there is also some other money that comes in through from the gate collections and so on and so forth. And then you can also talk about that being as a bait to bring in players that we want at the club of Manchester United. So we've knocked out your Sociedad on an aggregate of 5-2, and we are calling for your reactions into the comment section below. We out.